Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
the crowd getting in a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Eason off the play fake. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
To throw again, Eason. Open man is Trey Burton. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
1st and 10, Eason. This one into the hands of Burton. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 29. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Back to Taylor on 1st down. They find some open field here. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll look to run to Taylor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On 3rd and 2, Eason, that is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
A 22-yard.
Blankenship's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Henry's on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet.
Trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Xavier runs with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 6-yard.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that lead. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. The 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts add on to their lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Taken down.
Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's It's caught by Smith. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And it's up and good.
Colts 31, Titans 7. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
No, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Young,
hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pussy or wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones, cause that's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. Ooh, I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Young,
hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
performers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border. Hold up, you know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole life, a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys can't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose one.